We're going to be discussing different SMMA offers, right? And so if you are in the beginning of your journey, what I will say is test everything. It's not a one size fits all. I see people having success with every single one of these different types of offers. So it really just depends on what you want, what you're willing to kind of be comfortable with accepting, and a matter of just putting yourself out into the marketplace, getting rejected or getting yeses, and then going from there. So let's get into it, right? So we have 5 different offers and ways of getting paid, which we're going to break down right now. First is paper appointment. So there's different ways you can do paper appointment. You could either do paper appointment as in like, hey, so we're going to give you 100, or we're going to give you 45 appointments over the course of 90 days, each at $100. Now, this is without ad spends, and then this is something you can say to the client, yeah, but this is all up front, or if you want to do by month, or if you want to do appointment, right? Like, it really depends. Now, what I will say is if you do it per appointment at a time as opposed to all up front, you have to be super careful with all of these clients, because when you guys do paper appointment or rev share, you have to break down the specifics on biweekly check-in calls. Get the lead list and be like, hey, how was this lead 1 through 10? Were they bad? Were they good? Hey, did you guys close this person? How was this appointment? And you really have to be super firm on you getting paid and them getting the results, because if not, they're just going to walk all over you. And you guys should have in the back of your mind this awareness and this protection, as if things go potentially wrong. So you need to secure your place, you need to have them sign contracts, and you need to get their card on file as well. So there are different precautions you guys have to be taking if you are going to be doing the paper appointment, and this is also included in the hybrid and rev share aspect as well, because the truth is, guys, like, contractors lie. Like, I mean, they lie. Now, I am overgeneralizing. If you find a good partner and you've been working with them for 6, 9, 12 months, that's great. Keep doing your thing with them. But you want to find good people that you can work with and trust. And if you get a weird feeling about someone on the initial discovery or sales call and you end up going through with them, just kind of take precautionary measures. And those include coming prepared for all of your biweekly check-in calls with the lead list, asking them how the appointments went, did they close or not, getting their credit card on file, and charging their card if they lie to you after they've signed the contract or signed the contract as well. And you just want to protect yourself, right? Like, it truly is just about making sure that you are in a good position so that you don't get absolutely royally hammered when things, or if push comes to shove. So that's paper appointment. We have rev share plus setup fee. Now, this is really popular and prevalent among people who are scaling info products, right? Like, they take a fat upfront setup fee, 5, 6, 7, 8K, whatever it might be, and then rev share, 20% of top line rev per each month. Now, in your case, since if you are doing contractor niche, it is a little bit more, it is higher ticket. So you want to do either 3, 4, 5, 6% of everything they make, of the entire cost of the actual project itself, not profit, none of that shit. If you sell them a $20,000 job, you're basically going to get $600 at a 3% rev share, right? So it really depends. Now, you can make bank, you can make loads and loads of money. You can make close to 5 figures a month just from one client if they're scaling spend as well. Now I'm going to break down one of the hybrid models, but rev share plus setup fee. If you are in the beginning, you're not going to have confidence to kind of ask for a higher setup fee. So you essentially have to kind of fake it till you make it and get results along the way. And I remember in the beginning of my journey, my setup fee was $250 as like an incentive to get people to sign up on the call. But I realized that that wasn't enough to get people to sign up on the call. You need to bump it up to at least a couple $1,000, 100%. And again, use that as leverage and incentives for doing a one call close so that people sign up with you there and then, right? So you have this, and again, take the precautionary measures as well. Now, you can either do a PIF for 3 month or 6 month programs. Now, this is what I'm doing. This works for me, and this allows me to collect a lot more upfront cash since I am running my own B2B paid ads. And so what does this do? This then creates the flywheel, and the flywheel is essentially everything you make reinvesting into paid ads, reinvesting back into systems and into your actual service itself. And then it's just a circle, the flywheel. That's it. You just keep it going. You keep it going. You keep it going. Now, what's really cool too about the flywheel is that, like, obviously you're going to get more upfront cash, and then you're going to have that cash to play with. Because think about it like this: if you're competing against other marketing agencies and they're doing flat retainers, they sign 5 clients a month at a $2,000 retainer. That's $10K they have to work with. If you sign 10 clients a month at $5K a program, then you have 50K to work with, right? Like that is a huge difference. That's not just 5x in the initial short term. That's legit like 10, 20, 30x compounded over the course of months to years. So you have so much more wiggle room, so much room for trial and error, so much room to take way more risk and bigger bets as well on yourself. So this is what I do. You can do the setup fee as well as like an incentive. I don't, but some people do like 2K setup fee, but it's waived obviously if you sign up on this call. So flat retainer, kind of like what I touched on, guys. You have either 1,500 month to month or 2K month to month, 2.5K month to month. It really depends on the value of your service. And so one of the thought exercises that I like to do is just take a pen and a paper and say to yourself, hey, okay, how can I 10x the value of what I'm currently doing without raising the price? What other pieces of value can I actually include in my offer and my product, which will just absolutely blow my customer out of the water? And so this flat retainer price, you in the beginning will start at like 1,000, 1,500 max, but I'm telling you guys right now, after a few clients, just bump this shit up to 2,000 at bare minimum. But you have to kind of be aligned with your actual delivery. Meaning, if you don't deliver results for your clients, then you don't have the confidence and competence to actually get results. And it's like, why are you bumping up your price when the marketplace is telling you you're not worth anything? So keep it around 1,000 to 1,500 until you actually have a proven system. You're getting results, tangible results for your clients. You're getting testimonials, and then you could use that as leverage to increase your prices to 2,000, 2,500 month to month, or whatever it is. But also, you can include your own call center. You can include setting their appointments for them so that the clients literally just have to show up and close. Like it's that simple. Now hybrid as well. So this is an incentive for both you and your clients to start scaling ad spend. So you can be like, yeah, so it's 5K for 90 days, but after $300 in ad spend, every additional $50 a day is $500 to our management fee. Meaning, if a client gets all the way up to $300 a day in ad spend, then from that $300 moment on, they pay you an additional $500 on top of that 5K for 90 days. Though scaling at that scale will take time, but if you have a client that's really ambitious, hungry, and is willing to kind of handle everything on the back end without anything breaking, then there should be no reason. Because guys, think about it this way: if there's a machine on Earth where you could put $1 in and get 5 out, why the hell wouldn't you put as much damn money into that machine as possible? Alex Hormozi said machine worked so well, he would put, I think it was Prestige Labs, where he put $100,000 in and made $10 million out. That's 100x. $100 for every $1. And so if you have a machine for your clients that works, why not just jam pack it as much as possible? And Hormozi was like, this is going to feel so illegal because you're making so much money, but just keep it going, right? So you want to get to that point for all of your clients as well. So that's a hybrid as well. Now, you also want to make sure this is all without ad spend. So you tell your clients that I've spoken to people who get off sales calls and they're like, yeah, we forgot to tell the prospects about ad spend. I'm like, what? How is that even possible? How is that even possible? That's like the worst expectation setting you can start a relationship off on, because you're going to add in an additional couple $1,000s a month right off the bat on the next call with them. So these are just some of the payment plans you guys can run. And again, my advice to whether or not what works, what doesn't work, just test everything, see what the marketplace likes, but also have a big enough data pool where you're making rational decisions, not like, oh yeah, I took 2 sales call, offered a rev share plus setup free, and they said no, so it doesn't work. Like, no, you just haven't taken enough volume. So I hope this video helps.